Mutual funds investments are subject to market risk. Read all the scheme related documents carefully. We're just providing some reports and insights for you which would be helpful for you to make an investment decision. Funds Learning Data Servicer team is not responsible for the individual who has incurred loss. Welcome to Data Servicer YouTube channel. I'm thanking for this day and wishing you all the best for what you do today and in future. So this is the first video that I'm just posting about stocks, mutual funds trading news which comes under Funds Learning news part. So in this video, I'm going to discuss about top sectors that would perform well in 2021 end and start of 2022. So we are having just 3 months to say goodbye to the year 2021. So before giving a farewell to this year, it's time for the retail investors to park their money in these 5 sectors. The first sector that we're going to discuss about is textile industry. The reason why investors have made this sector to plot in top 5 is because it is the second largest employer after agriculture, contributing about 5% to India's GDP and 7% of industrial output in value terms, as well 12% of export earnings. You might know like China plus strategy is playing out in the textile industry. China's share in global TNA trade in 2019 was 34%. The share has come down from 39% in 2015. Like the US banned entry of all products containing cotton from Xinjiang. This is bound to trigger a material shift in global apparel trade as China is the leading apparel export, accounting for more than 35% of the global trade and more than 80% of China's cotton originates from Xinjiang region. India surely stands to gain as it has a strong presence in the cotton value chain. And moreover, workplace safety is a big concern in Bangladesh. Many big brands are not comfortable in sourcing from Bangladesh due to poor working conditions. The same also highlighted by many Indian garment players. With abundance of raw material and presence across the entire value chain, India is an advantageous position in home textile, kid garments, etc. The Indian textile industry is expected to grow at CAGR of 10% in the next 5 years. On the other hand, the growth rate of global textile is low. The next sector that we're going to discuss about is automobile industry. So this is one of the favorite sectors for many. Automobile industries are witnessing a major technological shift from internal combustion vehicle to electric vehicle. About 50 to 70% of cost of an electric vehicle is battery pack. Average lithium ion battery pack prices fell 13% in 2020 and are now down 89% from 2010 to 20. This is from the source Bloomberg. In the next 2 to 3 years, the cost of an electric vehicle would be less than an internal combustion engine. Global EV and mild hybrid sales expected to rise 5 times by 2025. And India's electric vehicle market the worth would be 206 billion, which is 14 lakhs 42,000 crore. In the coming decade, if India were to achieve its 2030 electric vehicle ambition, according to independent study released by the Center for Energy Finance. The next sector that we're going to discuss about is digital transformation and internet opportunities. India is focusing on something which is driving its fast-moving digital age and the opportunities that presented itself through the form of internet. In the recent years, the online business has grown large. Almost 2-year-long COVID-19 restrictions only accelerated the fundamental shift in consumer comfort for online services. As of 2020, India has staggering 622 million internet users, and this number is estimated to grow to 900 million by 2025. According to Goldman Sachs, the size of the internet industry in India is set to triple to 160 billion by 2025. With e-commerce being the largest contributor in the value, this serves as an incredible avenue for investors to explore. With the rapid growth of internet companies and with more listing on public markets, internet companies make for remarkable bets for long-term wealth creation. UPI transaction value has gone up to 6.39 lakh crore in August 2021, with the transaction volume increasing to 3.5 billion by the same month. This is a vital sign to show that people are now comfortable with transacting online, and these numbers are only going to grow. Internet companies have tremendous ability to scale. They have the ability to become household names without the need to set up a large retail touchpoints, which is a major advantage over traditional business. Furthermore, with the increasing per capita GDP of India, there will be a significant increase in staple and discretionary spending that is poised to be captured by internet companies. The last sector that I'm going to discuss about is life insurance, PSU banks, and real estate companies. The entire insurance space is a great sunrise sector for long-term investors. Life insurance premium to GDP in India is about 3%, which is abysmally low and much lower compared to many other small Asian countries. Just forget the developed world. Insurance penetration in India can become really big with the digital business playing a huge role in acquiring online customers. The second sector will be the top rated PSU banks. They are adopting fintech aggressively and pivoting their bank to technology platform kind of scenario. These will start attracting a different kind of valuation going forward. Provisioning due to COVID has been buffered sufficiently in the balance sheets, and hence the risk of NPAs getting overblown is limited, provided there is no third wave of pandemic. The real estate inventory has been going down with fresh starts in the affordable and semi-luxury segment largely, while the demand is strong due to lower interest rate, trends of bigger houses and aggressive urbanization. Due to the introduction of RERA and GST, the lower rung of developers are completely wiped out. We could be seeing a 3-year real estate cycle after these companies have done nothing over the past decade or so in the stock market. The above stated sectors all look like strong sectors for investors to park their money on. Just comment us below like what sectors do you think look promising. So that's it I have for this video. I'll come up with part 2 of the top sectors to park your money on in the next video. In the next video, I'll just give an overview of what are all the mutual funds that comes under these sectors so that you can start investing on these mutual funds and park your money on these sectors. You can follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, and we are also now in Telegram. I'll just provide the link in description. Stay notified and stay subscribed for more data.